Hello, second graders. It's Mrs. Rum, and today I will be working with you for reading. During our lesson, we will cover 3 learning targets. The first is a vocabulary one. It says I can work to understand new words. Learning new words can help me better understand a story. The second is genre. I can use the genre or type of text to help me figure out what a story might be like. And the third is one that we're going to spend the most time on, and that is summarizing. The learning target says I can summarize a story by using the strategy somebody wanted, but so then. During our work this week, we will focus on the following essential question. It says, how do people get along? So all of our stories will have to do with different characters or people and their need for getting along. Today's story is going to be a fiction story. So what you can expect is for that text to include made-up characters and events. You'll hear that there's a problem and a solution. Remember, the problem is typically stated at the beginning of a story, where the solution is generally given at the end of the story. We're going to work really hard to learn about summarizing today. Summarizing has to do with retelling the most important parts of a story in our own words. It's where we wouldn't necessarily give every detail or event because that would be overwhelming, and you might as well read the story if you're going to give that much information. And so instead, you would tell the highlights. And so we're going to use a strategy called somebody wanted, but so then. And I have a video that's going to give you some more information about this strategy and show you how to apply this strategy to your work. And then after that, we'll peek at our words for the week and we'll get into our story, our main story for today. And so here we go.
Hi, second graders. Miss Rocco here. This week, we are working on a skill called summarizing, and we are going to be using a certain strategy called SWBST. What is summarizing? Summarizing is when you tell the most important parts of a story in your own words. We don't include every detail because it's not the same as a retell. We use this certain strategy with fiction, and SWBST can be used to help us write summaries. And if you're wondering what that is, you'll see in the next slide. SWBST stands for somebody wanted, but so then. And if you're still wondering about these key words, you'll see in the next few slides how they really help us through each step of this strategy. S stands for somebody. And when we say somebody, we mean who is the main character. In the example that I've given you, I'm using the story of Cinderella. So we'll start with the S. The somebody in the story, the main character is Cinderella. W stands for wanted. What does the character want? In the story of Cinderella, I show you here, she wanted to go to the ball at the castle and meet the prince. B stands for but. What is the problem the character is faced with? In the story of Cinderella, Cinderella wanted to go to the ball, but her wicked stepmother told her she could not go. S stands for so. So, how did the character try to solve the problem? In the story of Cinderella, Cinderella's fairy godmother comes and helps her to get to the ball by giving her things like a dress to wear, a way to get there, some shoes. T stands for then. Then, how did the story end? Well, in the story of Cinderella, Cinderella meets the prince at the ball. They fell in love and lived happily ever after. Here's a little recap of all of our boxes, and you're going to see that when we put them together, it tells the story of Cinderella by just telling the most important parts. but we're not telling every detail like a retell. Take a look. Cinderella wanted to go to the ball at the castle and meet the prince, but her wicked stepmother told her she could not go. So Cinderella's fairy godmother comes and helps her get to the ball. Then Cinderella and the prince fell in love and lived happily ever after. Now it's time to take our SWBST and turn it into summary sentences. You're going to notice that I don't use the word somebody from that strategy, but I do use all of the other words. So wanted, but, so, then will all be in my summary sentences, and they should be in yours too. Here we go. Cinderella wanted to go to the ball at the castle to meet the prince, but her stepmother would not let her go. So Cinderella's fairy godmother came to help her get to the ball. Then Cinderella met the prince, fell in love, and lived happily ever after. So not only does this strategy help you to summarize it, it also helps you to write some summary sentences, which is a very important skill as a reader. Let's try this together with a new book. The book we're going to be reading today is called Land Shark. Bobby had a plan, a fishy plan, a wishful plan, a frightful, biteful, delightful plan. Step 1, convince parents. Step 2, get shark. Not a small freshwater shark, but a real scooped out of the ocean, chock full of teeth shark. A whale shark, or a lemon shark, or a bull shark. It didn't matter. Bobby liked them all. He baited a hook with clever signs. Pets make the very best, most coolest birthday presents ever. Ready, set, pet. And reeled his parents right in. He forgot just one tiny detail. On the morning of his birthday, Bobby's parents threw open the garage door. Surprise! They yelled. No enormous saltwater tank, no rows of sharp teeth, no awesome dorsal fin, no shark. Happy birthday! What's this? Bobby asked. A puppy, said his mom. The very best, most coolest present ever. Good one, Mom. Are we going to the aquarium? For what? His dad asked. For my shark, Bobby answered. Don't be silly, said his mom. You can't have a shark. Sharks aren't pets, his sister said. Did you think you were getting a shark? His brother laughed. Bobby ran up to his room, not crying one salty tear. Shark lovers did not cry. His mom brought the puppy upstairs. Look at her, she crooned. She's sweet. Sharks aren't sweet. And adorable. Sharks are not adorable. And cuddly. Sharks do not cuddle. Just give her a chance. Shark lovers cannot be converted to dog lovers. Ever. The next day, Bobby awoke to shouting and barking. Have you seen my shoe? His dad called. Have you seen my baseball? His brother yelled. Panda? His sister cried. Has anyone seen Panda? The puppy dropped Panda at Bobby's feet, tail wagging. Bobby surveyed the damage. It was destruction with a capital D. It was frightful. It was biteful. It was delightful. He could hear his mother coming. Good luck, he told the puppy. After 1 week, the puppy had chewed through 5 pairs of shoes, 6 stuffed animals, and the legs of 3 chairs. She barked at 10 p.m., 2 a.m., and any other M she wanted. Shh, said Bobby's sister. Ark, said the puppy. Shh, said Bobby's brother. Ark, said the puppy. Shh, ark. I wish, said Bobby. Everyone was grumpy. Everyone except Bobby. He was thrilled. A shark was looking better and better. That night, the doorbell rang. Is this yours? Mrs. Grenly asked, pointing at a pile of garbage. The garbage ran right over to Bobby. He sniffed. She must have smelled your spaghetti sauce. Did you know that sharks have an amazing sense of smell? Mrs. Grenly peered into the house. Do you have a shark in there? Not yet, said Bobby. Bobby's mom handed him the puppy. Someone needs to give her a bath. Or give her away, Bobby mumbled. But as he carried the puppy upstairs, he whispered, Tiger sharks like garbage too. The puppy licked his face, then splashed into the tub. Bobby turned away. Shark lovers cannot be converted to dog lovers, no matter how great they swim. On Saturday morning, Bobby awoke to a scratching sound. He opened his door and the puppy charged in. She sniffed his rug, sniffed his clothes, and barked at his posters. She scooted under the bed and grabbed Toothy. Don't, Bobby began, but it was too late. Stop, he yelled, lunging for Toothy. The puppy pulled. Bobby tugged. The puppy growled. Bobby yelled, drop it now. The puppy dropped it. Then she took a great big chomp out of it. Bobby gasped. The puppy trotted over and dropped the head at Bobby's feet. Then she wagged her tail. Bobby could not believe it. The bite mark was incredible, magnificent, enormous. Kate saw the torn and tattered Toothy. Ooh, she said to the puppy, you've done it now. And the puppy had done it. She had barked and chewed and bitten her way right into Bobby's heart. Bobby was a shark lover, and shark lovers, as it turns out, can be converted to dog lovers. In fact, they can love lots of amazing things. And with less than a year until its next birthday, Bobby had a plan, a fantastic plan, a Jurassic plan, a frightful, biteful, delightful plan. Step 1, convince parents. Step 2. I hope you really enjoyed that story. Here, let's take a look at SWBST and how it helps us summarize the most important parts of the story. Bobby wanted a shark for his birthday, but his parents got him a dog instead, and he was not happy. So the dog made lots of noise and chewed on lots of things and proved to be very tough. Then Bobby realized he could be both a shark lover and a dog lover. Okay, it's time to take our SWBST and turn it into summary sentences. Bobby wanted a shark for his birthday, but his parents got him a puppy instead, and he was not happy. So the puppy started making lots of noise, chewing and biting, and soon proved that he was tough like a shark. Then Bobby learned he could be a shark lover and a dog lover. I hope that you see that I use those keywords again. I included wanted, but, so, then.
So now you can see how we can summarize using the strategy somebody wanted, but, so, then. Let's take a minute to talk about our important vocabulary words that are going to go along with our text story today. The words are amused, cooperate, describe, entertain, imagination, interact, patient, and peaceful. Let's take a bit to talk about these words. The first word is the word amused. The word amused means that sorry about that. Let's get back to what we were talking about. The word amused means that something made you smile or laugh. So here's our example. The kids told jokes and amused each other. They made each other laugh and smile. One moment. Let's see if I can get this to work properly. The next word is the word cooperate. The word cooperate means you work together with someone on something. In this picture, you can see runners must cooperate to win a relay race. So you can see this student or person is handing the baton off to this one. They had to get along. They had to work together to win the relay race. The next word is the word describe. The word describe means you tell about something in words. So you can see that this girl is holding her cat. It says, I would describe my cat as small and fluffy. So the words that the girl uses to describe the cat are small and fluffy. Next word. The next word is entertained. The word entertain means that something pleased or interested you. You can see we have a picture of a clown. It says the funny clown entertained me. So it looks like the clown entertained the person by pleasing or getting them interested by using balloons. Let's go ahead and do the next word. Next word is imagination. The word imagination describes your ability to make up ideas and form pictures in your mind. Ryan used his imagination to pretend he was in space, so he's picturing that in his mind. Next word, interact. The word interact has to do with people or things that act on or affect each other. So you can see that Maya is chatting and interacting with her friends. They are affecting each other and they're working to talk and interact with each other. Let's go to the next word. Next word is patient. The word patient means that you are calmly waiting for something. This boy in the picture was patient and waited for his friend. The last word we're going to talk about is the word peaceful. The word peaceful can describe something that is calm and quiet. In this situation, we have a peaceful place, the library. It's calm, it's quiet. So the sentence says it was peaceful in the quiet library. The next part of our lesson is going to be the story part of our lesson. And so I'm going to be sharing a story with you today that's called Soccer Friends. And after we read through this story, we will work to identify that somebody wanted but so then pieces, and we'll write a summary together. And then afterwards, you will work to answer a couple questions about the story. All right, here we go. So as I said, the name of our story today is Soccer Friends. And you will likely remember that this story is a fiction text. As we read through the story, be sure to think about who the main characters are, what they want, what problem they face, how they try to solve the problem, and then how that problem is solved at the end. Let's begin. The story says, Kelly couldn't wait until soccer season began. She could not be patient because she just loved racing to get the ball. She would use her imagination to picture the ball. And then she would fly toward it. Kelly practiced at home during the calm, peaceful mornings. At this point, I'm thinking, Who is the story about? It is about Kelly. So I'm putting that in my mind. Let's continue on. At the first team practice, Kelly greeted her friends. She liked to chat and interact with them. Then she saw a new girl. That's Selena. She's a really fast runner, reported Kelly's friend Tara. At first, Kelly held her tongue and said nothing. She was worried. She had always been the fastest runner on the team. Then she said, I can beat her. When practice started, Coach Troy had everyone line up for races. Kelly was nervous and had butterflies in her stomach. So at this point, the story is mostly about Kelly. And when I think about what she wanted to be the fastest runner on her team. And at this point, she's getting ready for a race. On your mark, get set, go, the coach shouted. Kelly ran as fast as she could, but she noticed Selena getting ahead of her. Kelly tried her best but couldn't match Selena. Later, Kelly watched as Selena entertained some girls by bouncing the ball on her head. The girls laughed, but Kelly was not amused. I can now identify the problem. Kelly wanted to be the fastest runner on her team, but there is a problem. Selena was faster than her. And so now we're going to try to find out what Kelly does to try to solve her problem and then what the final solution is. Let's continue reading. That night, Mom could tell Kelly was upset. Can you describe what's wrong? She asked. A new girl named Selena beat me at the races. It stinks to get beaten, said Kelly. I know that's disappointing for you, Mom said, but it also sounds like good news for your team. Kelly thought about her mom's words. She cared about the team, but she liked being fast. So what did Kelly do to try to solve the problem? She talked to her mom, and she realized that Selena might be a benefit to her team, right? Let's continue on. At the next practice, the team played a game. Kelly and Selena were on the same team, and Selena was goalie. She quickly blocked a goal. Then Kelly got the ball and thumped it hard toward the net. She scored the winning goal. After practice, Selena said to Kelly, You were really great today. Thanks. So are you. I think our team can be great if we cooperate and work together, said Kelly. I think you're right about that, said Selena. I'd love to keep playing, Kelly said. Want to come over to my house and practice? All right. Let's talk about the text. Let's work to break it down into a summary. Let's think about our summary. Somebody. In the story, Kelly was the main character. The story was about her. Kelly is our somebody. What did Kelly want? Kelly wanted to be the fastest player on her soccer team. Now let's think about her problem. The but. The but is that Selena, the new girl, was a faster runner. So Kelly wanted to be the fastest player on her soccer team, but Selena, the new girl, was a faster runner. So what happened next? Well, Kelly felt bad at first and talked to her mother. And so she tried to solve her problem by talking to her mother. And in talking to her mother, what happened next? Kelly realized that Selena would make a good teammate, and they played well together. Let's put all of those pieces together in a summary, in a group of sentences that tell the highlights of the story. Kelly wanted to be the fastest player on her soccer team, but she found out that the new girl Selena was faster than her. So Kelly felt bad about herself and talked to her mother. Then she realized that Selena would make a good teammate, and they played well together. Notice in our summary, We have the somebody, Kelly, the word wanted, the word but, the word so, and the word then. And we list those in order, just like in the video. So today we've learned about a strategy called somebody wanted but so then, and we will revisit the strategy throughout the week. For today's assignment, I want you to answer 2 questions. The first question says, how does Kelly learn to get along with Selena on the soccer field? The second question says, tell about a time when you had to work hard to get along with others. What was the problem? And what did you do to solve the problem? Think carefully. I look forward to reading your responses, and we'll meet again next time. Talk to you later, second graders.